Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Today we are going to see operating system. Operating system is system software that manages all the resources of the computer. An operating system acts as an interface between the software and the computer hardware. Here hardware is nothing but, I'll say what is the hardware. See, hardware is like memory, like hardware is like, I will write it in short. Hardware is a memory, input output devices. I'll write only few of them. Input output devices and the CPU, etc. Okay, these are the hardwares. In order to communicate all this hardware, we need one software. That is what the operating system. So I have told operating system is a system software. System software means the software which manages the hardware, right? This system software will manages the hardware. Example, what is the example means? Operating system, drivers, like that. So another one is there, that is application software. This software is only for the specific functionalities only we are going to use the application software. For example, it is used in media player or text editor, like that. So without this OS we cannot interact with the system. We can interact, but we have to put each and every instruction, we have to tell each and every instructions to the system. It would be very difficult for the user to interact with the computer without the OS. So to make the user easily accessible, we will use the operating system. So we will see structure of an operating system. See, this is the structure of an operating system. The lowest is there, right? This is the hardware. This is the hardware, and upon this hardware we have an operating system. This operating system will manages the hardware, and then above the operating system we have system and application programs. Above that we have the users. Users are there, right? These users will use this application programs, and this application will be executed by the hardware with the help of the operating system. So for example, let us take C program. Let us take the C program. First, what you are going to do in the C program? First we will write the source code, right? That is the first process. We are going to write the source code. Then what we are going to do? We are going to save the file. We are saving the file. Where we are going to store this file? We are going to store in the hard disk. Hard disk is nothing but a secondary memory. And then we are going to do compilation, right? We are going to compile the program. So this is also will be in the hard disk itself. This is also will be in the hard disk. And then at last what we are going to do? We are going to run the program or execute the program, right? See here, once we run or execute the program, there is a object file. There is a object file, and this object file will be given to this hardware. So this object file is there, right? This is generated by the compilation process. Compilation process is what? The CPU, right? Here the hardware is what? CPU. So this object file which is generated by this compilation process will be given to the CPU. Here is the hardware. I told, right? CPU is the hardware. So all this application is executed by whom? This operating system. So this CPU will access only on the main memory, right? CPU will be accessed only on the main memory. So during the running the process, the object file will be generated from the compilation process and it will be stored in the main memory. It will be stored in the main memory and it will be available for executing this processor, and all this process is done by whom? Same, the operating system, right? See here, CPU it acts everything from the main memory, but here the files are in the secondary memory. I told, right? This hard disk is what? Secondary memory. So now during the execution, the object file which is generated by the compilation process, which is stored in the main memory. That means it will load the object file in the main memory, because the CPU will access only the main memory, so that only the object file is loaded in the main memory. So this process is done only by the operating system. That's why the operating system is an interface between the users and the computer hardware, right? I have already told, right? Interface. See, an operating system acts as an interface between the software and the computer hardware, or the user and the computer. Interface is nothing but it is a mediator, right? It is a mediator between or communication between the user and the computer. This is what operating system and the structure of an operating system.